good news for Brock Lesnar. On the October 15th, 2021 episode of Friday Night SmackDown, we saw Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns involved in a contract signing. And during this segment, Brock Lesnar signed the contract for his match with Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. But Brock did not look at the contract. And then Roman Reigns grabbed a mic and criticized Brock Lesnar for not reading the contract. But then Brock Lesnar responded to Roman Reigns by saying that he read the contract in the morning with his advocate, Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns and the fans in attendance were shocked by this moment when Brock claimed that himself and Paul Heyman went over the contract. And now it looks like that Brock and Paul Heyman are in cahoots. And now there are reports going around that this storyline is going to lead to some very good news for Brock Lesnar. At the upcoming Crown Jewel 2021 pay-per-view, of course, we have Roman Reigns taking on Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. And there are rumors going around that Brock Lesnar is going to win the Universal title. And it will be revealed on the show that Brock Lesnar tricked Roman Reigns. And Brock is not managed by Paul Heyman anymore. And all of these moments on SmackDown when Brock tried to insinuate that Paul Heyman was still managing him, it was all Brock Lesnar just playing mind games. But not only will Brock Lesnar be winning the Universal title at Crown Jewel, but it's being said that Brock will face Big E at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. And this is obviously because Survivor Series is going to be a Raw versus SmackDown pay-per-view, where we see the Universal Champion, of course, who is rumored to be Brock Lesnar, going into Survivor Series against the WWE Champion Big E. So this is very good news for Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar fans, because not only will he be winning the Universal title at Crown Jewel, but he will also be sticking around, which a lot of the times Brock ends up leaving until the Royal Rumble. But from the looks of it, Brock has signed a new contract where he needs to appear on WWE television much more often than his old contract. And if it is true that WWE has thrown more money at Brock Lesnar to get him to appear on more shows, the fact that Brock Lesnar recently announced that he is a free agent could confirm these rumors that Brock is getting paid way more money than he has in the past. Because now Brock can appear on Raw or SmackDown any given week. Even if Brock Lesnar wins the Universal title, it doesn't matter. He can appear on Raw or SmackDown. And there's no issue with the brand split, because Brock was never drafted to any shows. He's free to go anywhere he wants. It's also being reported that Brock Lesnar will once again face Roman Reigns, but it won't happen until 2022, because it's rumored to take place at WrestleMania 38, where Brock will likely still be the Universal Champion, and he will face Roman Reigns once again. But at that show, we could see Roman Reigns take back his Universal title. Sasha Banks is hiding a dirty secret from fans. So Sasha Banks has been back in WWE for less than a month, but fans are still wondering what's going on with Sasha Banks. Why did Sasha Banks take a month off from late August into late September? But now there's a brand new interview where Sasha Banks actually gets upset when she is asked the question about why did she take that time off in September? Where was she? Why did she miss the SummerSlam match where, of course, we saw Becky Lynch replace Sasha Banks and win the SmackDown Women's Championship? Now, in this interview, which was conducted by the New York Post, Sasha Banks was asked the question, why did she take a month off? And Sasha responded by saying, there's no reason. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not telling you my secrets. You can read my book. You can see my documentary when I want to speak about it. Thank you very much. So Sasha Banks got very angry and very upset at this interviewer from the New York Post. Now, the question is, why was she so upset about this? Was she in character? Was she playing the Sasha Banks heel character? Or was she out of character? That we don't know about it because it was just a text-based interview. Now, there have been many people who have speculated as to why Sasha Banks took that time off for a month. And also, people are also wondering, why does Sasha Banks take so many breaks from WWE in general? It's being said that Sasha Banks is having a lot of issues with WWE officials backstage. And the reason why is because she wants to do outside projects. Everybody knows that Sasha Banks starred in The Mandalorian last year, and it's being said that she wants to also do other television and movie projects. But WWE has issues with this because they want her to wrestle for WWE. They don't want her to take time off constantly like she's been doing. And this is the real reason why Sasha Banks keeps taking this time off. This is the dirty secret as to why she misses television constantly. Now, even though Sasha Banks and WWE are having issues right now, a big sign that WWE doesn't want Sasha Banks to leave the company is that they had Sasha Banks defeat Becky Lynch on the October 15th, 2021 episode of SmackDown. Now, people don't know this, but Becky Lynch has not lost a match in over 2.5 years. And if this continues, if we see Sasha Banks constantly take time off from time to time, then Sasha Banks' wrestling career will probably soon be over, and she will move on to making movies and television shows. And at the end of the day, Sasha Banks, she wants to do both. She wants to be able to wrestle and go to Hollywood. But WWE doesn't want that at all. So unless WWE is able to make a deal with Sasha Banks where she's able to leave and take breaks from time to time to make movies and TV shows, then Sasha Banks' WWE career probably won't be lasting too much longer. What are your thoughts on today's topics? Do you want to see Brock Lesnar become Universal Champion again? And also, do you think that Sasha Banks should leave WWE so she can do more movies and TV shows? Or do you want her to keep wrestling for WWE? Leave a comment and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you don't miss our next video.